What's up, everybody? H-Town. What's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, where we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And today, it's my favorite day of the week is Women Rock Wednesday. I can't wait to get this day started. I know y'all behind because I'm starting this thing on time, but it's Women Rock Wednesday, and it's just so I got some unique topics. I got some unique topics we're gonna share today. Share the show. Oh, let me share the show. Hold up, I haven't shared the show personally yet. Let me get to that right quick. TAE Travel. What's up there, Miss Tony? And Mr. Anderson, how y'all doing? Hold up, y'all. Let me I see Eric Harrison in the shared the show already, man. I mess with that dude. Uh Eric, it's shareable. It's gonna be epic. Y'all know what? Sometimes I know y'all be I don't know how this show gonna go every day. It's this unique balancing act that we have, and I'm sharing the show as I'm talking to y'all right now. I'm going over to YouTube right now, and I go to YouTube and click on and what I do just share. Yeah. Go to YouTube and I just share it to. Oh, look at me talking. But I never know how this show gonna go. We just when we push that button and said live, it can go in a whole lot of different situations. Sometimes the situations aren't so good, and sometimes they are. Shout out to Eric Boone. He done landed up to Chicago, so I guess he's at some point he'll get with Thad Moody. He going to his daughter Amira. Congratulations to Amira Boone. She's graduating tomorrow. They have a ceremony tonight, but they graduated tomorrow. So shout out to them. Ladies and gentlemen, I got some good news for Father's Day. You know, I know people, and I'm gonna remind people all day: Father's Day, Father's Day, Father's Day. You know, they never do nothing else on Father's Day, but it's some people in Houston. It's a group that's doing something for us in Father's Day for Father's Day. So fathers, get your stuff. Listen, the fathers eat free when they bring a kid. The father, wait till I tell y'all about this. Father's Day in Houston ain't never been like this. I can't wait. I'm gonna talk about it in a minute. But Fob, you know how everybody they always talk about Mother's Day. Mother's Day, it's a line out around the corner. Father's Day, you can get in any restaurant you want to. Y'all follow me? But this Father's Day, something's going to be done special. All right? And I'm going to talk about it in a few minutes. Father's Day in Houston, we got hope. You know, they don't never think about us. Y'all know they don't. You know, my kids love me to death. But boy, I be watching what they do on Mother's Day and how they act on Father's Day. I watch. They don't know I'm watching it, but I'm watching. You know what? My son be sneaking on here watching. Y'all the other day, y'all. I'm gonna tell you what he do. I'm gonna tell you some stuff he did. Boom. I'm gonna tell y'all. Let me go to this because I want to get it right. He be watching. The other day, he watching the show when we was talking about the parents paying a crazy amount of prices, right? He said, "Dad, I'm gonna come up with something. I'm gonna start a company that enables parents to subscribe to all summer basketball and AAU events so they pay less per month and can access them all." These the kind of young people we're raising out here, y'all. Did y'all hear what I just said? The kid listened to hear and saw what y'all was thinking about the crazy amount of prices y'all was trying to pay. He trying to figure out how to make it better. those the kind of kids we get. That's the kind of man. That's it make me so proud, y'all. I'm thinking about. I talked to some people last night, y'all, and it was so good. I'm trying to see should I start there because I got so much stuff to talk about. But I talked to some people. Hey, Stanley Creeks. Stanley Creeks. I didn't know he was on the show, and he's sitting there telling me. My kids be sneaking up, man. They be sneaking up watching the show, man. It's crazy. But Eric, Michael Garcia, I'm gonna quit arguing with these. I ain't arguing with these folks no more. People call me, man, yeah, that was good. That was good. No, y'all don't understand. I wasn't arguing with Jimmy yesterday. Listen, I told y'all. I'm on a mission, man. I got a different purpose than he has. I respect his purpose. I disrespect mine. My guy Hatter is still making it happen. What's up, man? What's up? What's up, Rick? Rick, you got to hear me on this one. Got to hear me on this one. I'm sitting here, Rick, I'm minding my business, man. Minding my business, right? Trying to see where my notes at. Because I have my notes. That ain't it. It was what's this it? No, that ain't it. Cause what happened. Somebody made me realize Robert Hatter, you came in Houston a long time ago. You've been here a long time. You've been in Houston more than you've been in Memphis. So when these clowns start talking about, well, you ain't. I spent more time in Houston than I ever spent in Memphis. I spent 17 years, went to college, got out of college, and left. So the bulk of my life, I lived in Houston. Let me rewind that one. I've seen some things, Jack. Burnside, I've been knowing you for 40 years? I've been in Houston most of my life. So when I'm talking, I'm talking from the experience that I've lived in Houston. Now, I've been around the world. But somebody had to remind me. I let people get away. Well, man, you ain't from. Yes, I am. Casey Smalls. I'm this morning years old when I feel that. Man, let me tell you something. It used to be a time, it's a guy, and I ain't gonna mention his name. We used to get up early in the morning and talk. Guy was instrumental in pointing me in the right direction to get my son in the Ivy League. I mean, very instrumental. Oh, I tell you, Alan Branch, great guy. And I keep seeing people talking about what's going on in summer basketball, what's going on. We hear people, and people got to realize, unlike most people, repeat this, Rick, I have taken several players that couldn't play at all, me personally, and trained them. And all of them went to college. One went to Division I, who happened to be my son, and started the first day on campus. A little bitty, skinny, 165-pound guard who went all the way from Houston to New York and as a freshman, he went and took the basketball. He wasn't no 5-star, 4-star, all those stars. He had to go up there and work and earn it. You feel me? And I'm sitting there saying, see, some people meet the kids when they're already good. Some people, but a lot of people didn't meet the kids when they couldn't play. Big coach, Travis. A lot of people didn't meet these kids. but Mr. Brett said, Robert, you put your son in an environment where he was the youngest one in the gym. He told me a lot of these kids now are only playing against their peers. Who they gonna learn from? Who they gonna learn from? Their peers? The peers don't know nothing. If you don't know, listen to me. If you don't know nothing, and the people that teaching you don't know nothing, guess what's gonna happen? Congratulations to Noah Robelio, who will be playing soon on my Latin team and played basketball and graduated from Columbia University. Shout out to him. Y'all, sometimes y'all, when people be up here talking, first y'all better to know a man, look at his history. Not his story, not the history, not the story he tell you. Just watch the works that he's done. But the man told me, he said, Ralph, you had a summer program that you sponsored fully. You had a son that was one of the top players in Houston. You've been in the sports business and deal with the top athletes in the world. Michael Garcia. That's a lot of experience in sports. Michael Garcia, has anybody on here ever sponsored a summer basketball player team for 3 years? Pay for everything. Is anybody on his feet? I just want to know, Andre Johnson, I want to know if anybody out there, I want to be able to talk to him. Doug Jones, did you do it? Burnside, did you do it? Casey Smalls? Casey Smalls, I'm adding context to something. I didn't realize all of this stuff until this morning. You know, I knew it because I lived it. You know, when you live in it, you don't think about it that much. Somebody had to call me this morning. Big coach, did you do it? Do you sponsor a basketball team that fly them all over the country? Did you? Rick, did you do it? Thaddeus Moody, have you did it? Eric Harrison, have you did? Sterling Creeks, I'm going up and down. Somebody help me so maybe I can talk. Brandon Weefall, have you done it? And I put the check. I ain't gonna work. This thing is messing up. I'm gonna get it back on. And I put, y'all still there, right? I put an 8th grader, little 8th grader, on a team. Yeah, my other camera, my camera's missing. They coming back. They coming back. They coming back. They coming back. Hey, my camera's going crazy. Y'all, this message right here is unbelievable. Listen. He said, I've had the Warriors Hoops Academy for 4 years in Dallas. It's tough. All I'm saying, have you ever represented any athletes? Have you ever been around the top? Y'all, the vast amount of information and things on this show, the experience. And all I know, when I want to know something about high school basketball locally now, I submit to Doug. I listen to him. My problem with some people in this basketball community, when I try to tell them the stuff that I've experienced, they want to tell me about something they read in the paper. I just have a problem with that. Y'all got to respect what somebody has actually done. So what you saying is nope. I didn't say, I never used the word exposure. See, now I want you, we got people like Daryl Barnes that don't pay attention. I ain't even told a story yet, and you trying to get to the end of the book. You don't know my story, dude. If you just quit talking and quit texting, I'm finna teach you. I'm finna teach you something. I don't never mention exposure. I never talk about exposure. I said be ready when somebody come watch your ass play. Y'all the ones, that ignorant ass word, exposure. You ain't gonna never hear me. Come on, man, I need him to get exposure. No. I wanted him to be in the gym with 2008 kids, and he a 2013 kid. If you're listening to what I'm saying, Daryl Barnes, I'm talking directly to you. I wanted him in there. He was in the gym working out with some of the best players in the country. He was an 8th grader on a 17 and under team. I put him in the fire along with two ninth graders, DJ Griggs and Winston Shepard. And everybody went crazy in Houston. Y'all wasn't paying. Everybody went crazy. Why are you playing? Why are you putting them little guys up? That's stupid. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Daryl Barnes, ain't nothing about exposure. That man was in the gym playing against the best guards in the country. One of the best big men, John Henson, who blocked everybody's shot when his little ass came in there with that leg, threw it in the gym. Big DJ Griggs, don't let him get the ball past half court. Rasheed Suleiman went to Duke. D'Angelo Harrison, one of the leading scorers in St. John's history. That's what he was exposed to. Put him in the fire. Everybody around here playing with 18. I'm playing with him. I'm playing with him. You're learning nothing. You ain't learning nothing. This is about development. People don't understand development, always talk about exposure because they don't know the part about development because they never develop a player. I can tell a person who ain't never developed a player when he running his mouth talking about exposure. Exposure. I don't never use that word. If it was my son, he'd be in the wings. And Doug, I'm gonna tell you something. I know you had a great tournament, but I ain't heard nobody talking about the great players. Look here. Somebody sent me this. What's this little boy's name? I don't even know the little boy's name. I'm finna pull it up. Hold up. Did I put it? This young kid. But somebody sent me this and I saw this little boy. Where is he? Right here. That's on the Adidas circuit. But when I see a long 6'1" dude doing that right there in high school, he don't need no exposure. He is tearing those guys a new one. That's what has to happen. That little boy been working behind the scenes, been getting his game on, understanding pace. He got some CP3 in him. He got some. And I'm just sitting there watching, and I'm sitting there saying, "That's how they look." But you can tell he been playing with old men. So guess what? That's why the franchise All Stars was such a great situation. Because you had three intelligent black men that looked at the long haul and the long-term benefit from each one of the kids at all levels in life. That's because we knew that's what basketball gives you and what you can gain from it. Yo, we got leaders in this basketball community. They're just not that, they're not, they're lacking. It's not a lot of intelligence involved. They got a lot of other qualities, but intelligence that's looking and posturing people and putting people in position of power. Yo, a 13-year-old playing on a team, and the team was so good, four of them can be on the floor and have a little bitty to do with goggles on. But if you foul him, guess what? He didn't miss a free throw. See, here's another person who don't know what the hell that I'm talking about. Talking about a YouTube check. I know some untalented ass people getting millions of dollars with a YouTube check. That don't mean what that means, Alpha Yo. See how ignorant see how unintelligent this ain't got nothing to what we talking about. Howdy, everybody needs exposure. My YouTube check tell me to tell you this. Don't nobody care about your YouTube checks. Nobody. How is your YouTube checks benefiting the community? Alpha Yo. Since you want to put it up there, because ain't nobody asked you about nothing. I said people that talk about exposure all the time has not been in on the development end. How many basketball players have you developed on your YouTube, Alpha Yo? Man, ladies and gentlemen, I repeat, somebody called me and said, Robert, there is no real intelligent leadership in grassroots basketball in this area. He called people, us, but he wasn't talking to me. But he called the community some backwoods ASA ninjas. Not a lot of intelligent leadership. Country, gangster, goofy. That's what they saying around the country about Houston. Not understanding, being intelligent enough to understanding this thing requires relationships. Where is our Jeff Webster? The guy who run Pro Skills up in there. A guy who his basketball program don't let me see. Audio is delayed. It's delayed. How delayed is it? Because this message is too important. Let me see how delayed is it. Hold on. Hold on. Thank you. Let me see. Let me see. Audio is delayed. Not on mine. Not on mine. Not on mine. Not on mine. Um, I but I sit here. Where was I? Because it's so important. Jeff Webster, who got over pro skills, this guy got a life other than summer basketball. It's another guy out there. They got life outside of summer basketball. Their identity is not locked up. Some of them in corporate America, some of them in that. These are the guys that I met in Dallas. And I was just sitting there saying, these guys can be admired in other arenas in life. See, what I love about this game of basketball, you have to play it. It ain't a game you can talk about. It ain't a game. You got to play it. You don't get good at basketball doing other. You got to be good. And you want to win at a good rate, but you want to go out and compete. So it's no design when I tell y'all about developing, and some of you people don't understand what I'm talking about. I didn't expose my son. We never talked about, if you ever talked to him, I never mentioned exposure to him. I said, dude, at some point we gonna get on that stage. Your little ass better be ready to perform. This is development. This ain't training. Like people getting mixed up. I'm not talking about no basketball trainer. Somebody who send people down cones. Hey, basketball is more than that. Don't y'all understand that? You got to teach these kids more than how to go around a cone. But some of y'all, in your small mind, y'all just think, y'all only think as far as your the things you've been exposed to. We got to start thinking. Then when a guy like me come on here and talk, it's like I'm talking about talking Greek. Then somebody come on here and say some ignorant ass stuff. Y'all, oh yeah. Because that's what you used to. It's okay. But when this guy was talking to me, you got to be able, he was saying, Robert, you got to be able to go out and compete. And then you got to go and be able to evaluate what you did. Then he said, they got people around here, the parents that went crazy. My son ranked number 1 in the 7th grade. And they want to listen to the echo chambers of the other parents because they big shit, they big thing popping. My son ranked in the 7th grade. So instead of listening to somebody in their family, this is a true story. Instead of listening to somebody who in their family who has been to the highest level except pro, instead of listening to the family member that been through this stuff, they listen to the other parents. Y'all, what are we doing? What are we doing? In basketball, you got to have good size. You got to be able to jump. You got to be able to do this. But let me tell you something that I don't see. Nobody with a feel for the game. Ain't no trainer can teach you that. You got to be around somebody and be put in environments that you can't get the ball across half court because DJ Griggs and Rasheed Suleiman gonna trap your little bitty ass every time you come. You got to figure out a way to get past it without getting mad, without wanting to fight, without going there. Your mental toughness, you got to figure out. You got to learn, first of all, son, you got to learn how to escape dribble. You trying to attack both of them. No. They're good players, but if you put them in tandem trying to play defense, that's a weakness. So guess what? Attack one of them. But I had to teach him that early in his life. So when he got to college, he laughed at people who tried to press him. When he got to high school, coaches said, just back up, because he's going to run around you, just back up. And I hate to, I'm just telling you how you develop these guys. I put him in the fire. He was the littlest and the smallest and the worst person in the gym. But guess what? In that gym, he left there with he left there in his school's records books. Everybody didn't do that. That's why you can't tell me, how does it? You don't never know, because everybody's journey different. DJ Griggs was one of the best players in the country. D'Angelo Harrison was. Every school wanted him. Dude, it's an art. It's not a science. It ain't nothing like, well, you put him in a test tube and go make. The kid got to want it too. See, this video game stuff didn't slow. See, they wasn't on the video game as much as they on now. But they always playing. Watch this go around. They always playing with people they age. What you gonna learn? When you're always around people your age, what you gonna learn? What they can't do too? Let me let my son know I'm on the show. Some must be. Hold up, I gotta answer this. Y'all give me. Let me put a tape on. Hold on a second. Let me put something on. Hold on, Doc. Hold on one second. Hold on. Let me put this. I want to watch. That was my son. He doing something very important right now, and he needed me, and he needed me to get my blessings on. But he don't know we're talking about him right now. But where was I? We was talking about when you're around people your age. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you what these guys did. That's why I said the intelligence in the basketball community. We was just blessed to have Terrell Henderson, Robert Hatter, and Alan Branch. Three very, very astute guys who all had different strengths, who all tried to put these kids in the best place possible. Let me tell you something. That's what this basketball community is missing. We used to bring in JUCO guys. Jimmy Butler came in and worked out against them, our kids. We bring older guys. I never forget, they used to bring these old JUCO guys. And guess what? You know how JUCO guys are grimy. But I got a eighth grader playing against them and failing against them. I got the video somewhere. But you had intelligent black men that could see the big benefit. So I just want the guys, when I'm telling this story, I want to find more guys that can see the benefit at all levels in life. What basketball can give you. Let me tell y'all something. And y'all talk about him a lot and stuff, but he got his ways and talk negative about people. But let me tell y'all something. John Urey always saw education through basketball. The things that Alan Branch learned a lot was through John Urey. And Alan Branch was able to find out what he learned through John Urey and bring to franchise all-stars. Y'all, see, what I'm trying to tell you, you need a group of intelligent black men that understand stuff. That's good. That's got it going on away from basketball. That's established in other industries. So they ain't got rob and beg you for nothing. You follow me? Ladies and gentlemen, he said, I was in the 7th grade playing with men leagues. Ladies and gentlemen, when I talk to y'all about this, I just want you to have a great experience in basketball. Everybody don't want that. And I know if you know how to play, and you know the better you know how to play, the better your experience. The better you know how to play golf, the better your experience. The better you know how to play anything, the better your experience. The better you know how to play basketball, your confidence get up. Guess what? Get better. But if I know how to play in the 5th and 6th grade, I knew the things to do. I know how to dribble. And I know how to finish with my offhand. I'll never forget Seneca Johnson. Somebody was telling me, man, your son, he can't go but left. I went and talked to him. You know, I asked Rob, go, I know we're in the gym. He said, Dad, they can't stop me going to my left. And if they did, I got a counter to get to my right and can float it and can dunk it and do anything I want to. But I'm left-handed, Ken Dean. I'll never forget. He told me, I asked him, I wasn't gonna argue with him, nigga. I said, okay. I asked him, I said, look, man. I said, they say you don't go. I said, why you don't go to right? Because I know he can go do anything with his right. He said, Dad, they can't stop it. What the hell? I'm gonna stop doing something. You told me whatever works, just work it. If the big man got it going, keep him going. If this other guy, he said that's the same thing with me. They can't stop me going to the left. Ken Dean, sometimes we got to listen to what we've been giving these kids. But I wanted him to have a great, now I'm gonna tell you, it was hard on him, man. Think about it. It was so hard on him. And me as a dad, Coach Henderson said, come here, Hannah. If he upset with not playing a lot on this 17 under team, I'm finna go get you another little team for him to play, a 16 and under team, where him and his other little partner, they can just go they can do whatever they want to. So look, hold on, Ken Dean, I created 2 avenues. He traveled and played with the 17 under team. And then we got him now y'all got to realize he's in the 8th grade. We had him a 16 under team where him and his partner, Deshaun, was the star guards, and David Dotson came and played on that team. He a pro on that 16 and under team. I'll never forget. So they was able to play. Hold up. They learned over here. It was able to see what they learned over here. Ladies and gentlemen, this the kind of stuff that this environment that the franchise all-stars had created. I'm going back and looking at it now because I'm not seeing it being done now. Nobody's even thinking about that. I know some of y'all saying, wait, I ain't never think about that. 8th grader, 2 9th graders on a team that went around America whooping everybody. Because we had, y'all remember now, we had a top draw. We had John Henson, All-American, already committed to North Carolina State. But John was out of the McDonald's. They weren't talking about him at McDonald's. He was out because it was the Ronaldo Sidney, Derek Favors, DeMarcus Cousins. You know, them the big guys. You know, you don't have a certain amount of big guys on the team. So John was way down. So what we did, ladies and gentlemen, we found out wherever them guys there was playing, every big guy in the country that was in front of John, on the rankings, we went and sought them guys. I know you can't do it now because of they got these different circuits you got to play on, but that's how we did it because what we used our minds. See, now y'all got in this new day, you got need intelligent people. See, that's what's happening in summer basketball. People that just don't get it, don't understand the business of it. We chased them. Yes, Ken Dean. DeMarcus Cousins went to Atlanta, bust him. Derek Favors went to Atlanta, bust him. Ronaldo Cindy went to California, bust him. I forgot the other guy. Next thing you know, John just moved up there. Bam, 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 bam. Y'all, think about this. I'm doing this for somebody else's son. What my son? My son was in 8th grade. He was sitting on the bench. Bring him off the bench. He going against John Wall up. He going against John Wall, Avery Bradley, and all of them guys in 8th grade. And then you wonder when he go to Cornell, the first day of open gym, I told him, you go find out whoever thinking about playing point guard, and you give him what I used to tell you, give him what he asked for. Give him what he asked for. Never forget it. They went in the gym that night. He called me later that night. He said, Dad, it's a new sheriff in town. Opening day, a little 165-pound freshman with goggles on started his first college game as the point guard against Syracuse University. I'll never forget it. Because of what we put him through. The development. Somebody came on this show, said, man, I remember you in the YMCA every evening. Y'all, I was a charter member of the YMCA over in A-Leaf. If you go in there right now, look on the wall, my name up on the wall. But we used to be in there every day, just teaching him how to dribble, teaching him how to shoot, teaching him how to pass, teaching him as a little bitty boy. So when then he go play with the grown men in the Y. He get his workout in, said, Dad, I'm through, let me go. He play with, they'd have knocked him down and filing and wilding and everything. He just get up, Dad, I just sit up there. Then he used to go to the 24-hour fitness. Had him playing against them grown guys. Hey, Rick, hold up. Rick was one of the coldest. Him and Brandon from Wisconsin were two of the coldest dudes in the Y. Get what I told my son? Go guard them. Don't guard them dudes over there. West Side Tennis Club. Hey, I told him, go guard Rick and go guard Brandon. Go guard the baddest two dudes in the gym. And Rick and that dude used to tear his head off. I mean, they used to tear his head off. Yo, I was a daddy sitting back. He get in the car. I said, boy, that's a rough one. I said, we're going to get him the next time. He said, Dad, I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. And then he got able to hold his own. Then people want to fight him. One dude in the gym wanted to fight him because he was tearing, because he going to talk stuff now. He get it honest. He going to talk stuff. But it's such, that's why I enjoy this game so much, man. I ain't trying to argue with nobody about competing with nobody about no basketball. I've done it. When you go tell me you done did all of that there, then I told you I only debate my equals. All others, I teach. You need to get that one somewhere. He said 24-hour fitness on Westheimer and Derek Hashford, but he didn't quit at all. Absolutely. Yo, this ain't me. He never quit. These guys were college players, overseas players. This little boy, he would never quit. So I know when he got to college, he wasn't going to quit. But our problem here, I don't want him to play over there. I don't want him to play over there. I don't want him to play over we gonna duck this one. We don't want to play. I don't want him playing on this team. I don't want him playing. There's too many guards over there. There's too many guards over there. There's too many this over there. There's too many this over there. I'll never forget. They want him to play. They called me talking about wanting him to play with the defenders, right? The defenders had Andrew Harrison and Aaron Harris, right? Two of the baddest dudes. Hey, two of the baddest kids I've ever seen in my life, basketball. This is why my son, them two right there, Rasheed Suleiman and DJ Griggs, was the four players that helped shape my son's life. I'll tell you why. Cause I said, Rob, they want you to play with the defenders. He said, no, Dad. He said, I don't want to play with them. I want to play against them. He said, first of all, who gonna have the ball? I got to have the ball. He said, Andrew is a point guard on that team. I got to have the ball. I can't play on that team. I play against them. I'm not finna go play with Bosch and D Wade. I'm not finna go play with Steph and Draymond. I want to play against them. He said, no, Hatter, the new one, he has to start and play at least 18 minutes. Oh, yeah. I ain't never say he had to start. He said, he sat there on that bench with John there. But guess what he did? He said, John, what he told them, man, y'all go get me a lead so I can play. Because we ain't want to lose now. We weren't putting in the last out there against John Wall and Avery Bradley unless we was up. I'm just telling you that right now. Wait a minute. Hold up. Most daddies, my son got to play. No, no. We good. But that's what we got to start. That's the mindset. And I'm telling you this story because there's several people on this story can just understand. They saw this walk with me. I didn't know what I was doing. I knew, I'll never forget when Coach Henderson came to me and said, man, I got all of this. I got this schedule. I want to do this. I got it. He said, I just ain't got the bread to do it. He had the players. I said, hey, Coach, you go and get me them cities and tell me the dates they got to be there and what they got to do and what we done. Because I was thinking, long term, put my son in this environment and not try where he got to play. He a preferred walk-on. Hell no. Y'all, I ain't gonna tell y'all the school. So school asked me that. But we ain't got no scholarship this year. But if he'll be a preferred walk-on this year, next year we'll give him scholarship. Oh boy, don't ever call my son. I'm glad you called me. I told coaches not to call my son Ken Dean. I didn't want him to even think about it. Don't call him. I know where I know where I want him to go. See, most parents, now, I want to go on a visit. We ain't going on no visits. I wasn't going to no visits. I wanted Harvard first, Yale second, Columbia and Cornell just like this, and I would have sprinkled in Stanford because of Johnny Dawkins. He was a coach out there. Harvard had a point guard. Yale had a point guard. Cornell had 2 or 3. Columbia had the boy from Germany who play on the team now, Madhu Lowe. So I said, dude, let's go compete, man. You got people, man, my son should be getting more, exposure so Alfio can get some likes on YouTube. Alfio, did you expose what happened to the teams this weekend? See, if you can expose when he do something good, come back and expose that 0-4. Yo, the leadership. I had the opportunity, Ken Dean, to impact kids' lives. That was my main goal. I'm telling you, I never forget. I told y'all this story. I'm in the program, just minding my business. and D'Angelo said, Coach Hatter, come here, Coach. Brought me over there. Let me meet his new girlfriend. And told the little girl, that man there helped change my life. I don't know where I would be without him. He had a grandmother, grandfather, everything. But when me and this kid met, it was special. He said the first time I ever rode in a certain kind of car, I rode in his car. He told the girl, and I just so nice to meet you. But do y'all know, I impacted his life. I impacted his life. Y'all follow me? That was my main goal. See, I don't know. See, some of these things, y'all need to ask some of these coaches, man, what's your goal, man? Parents? Ken Dean, have you ever asked, man, what's your goal? Because some of y'all just let anybody just be, your son be on anybody's team program. What's the goal? I just want to get some run in. I know what your parents think. You just want to get some run in. And I understand the run. But we got to become more intelligent because this thing is turning into a business. And we got to go and talk to people who know what they're doing. We got to. Hold up, even if they charge you for their time. Because people's times are valuable. Y'all, I told y'all, April the 9th, I was, what y'all call it, what I said? I was emancipated. April the 9th. Because I'm no longer, a few parents can just pick up the phone and call me about anything. But then the most important thing that they really needed me on, they went and did it on their own. And it ain't working out for them the way they thought it was. And I just hope they're not too proud to come back and say, Rob, man, I need you. See, sometimes y'all people, they get around other people and the folks done told them something slick and they forget about the person who done told them and held them up. That's how they get got all the time. But y'all, Father's Day, Ken Dean, Father's Day weekend. You know they don't never do nothing for us. He said, starting over with these 8th graders. I set the poor and these parents that I had, that he said that I have no clue, but I've been through the ups and downs. Man, and my advice to you, make sure those little young kids understand the game of basketball, the history of the game of basketball, understanding the field, understand not just being able, you got to be able to spend, and it's a lot of time. And matter of fact, it's not you on you, it's for their parents. Somebody, they need to get somebody to understand. They see 8th grade, that's down there too late. I ain't saying it's over, but it's too late. I want to get them in the 6th grade. In the 5th and 6th grade, that's when they do most of their learning. The 8th graders, they think they know it all because they finna go. The 9th grade and one of the little girls gonna kiss them on the neck. It's gonna be over. The 5th and 6th grade, they like this. The older you get, trying to go ski down a mountain, no, you're going to be reasoning too much. The man said that's why he like to teach young kids. The little bit of the child, they just go. They just go. We got to get intelligent. You got to get a group of intelligent people around you and whatever program you around. So, because if you can't do it by yourself, Kendine, I thank God for the men around me, Bubba Griggs and Lyndon Rose and Alan Branch and Coach Henderson. Happy birthday, girl. Oh, my girl. That's my baby. Not happy birthday. I'm glad to see you around. Sandra, you know we've been praying for you, but glad you said sixth graders think they know it all, too. They do. And they probably do. But just me talking to psychologists and people who teach, that I never forget, Sandra, when when my son was going to Kincaid in the 5th and 6th grade, and the teacher was, and I was kind of mad. Because Sandra, they used to give him so much homework that we be almost 11 o'clock at night finishing every day. Every day. It was taxing me. It was taxing his mom. Because we had to do it with him. 5th, 6th grade. And I went to tell the lady, I said, man, you know, I pay a lot of money for this boy to go to school now. And I just want to know. But I'm paying all this damn money. I ain't going to be able to afford y'all ass if I can't work. Because I got to be in here tutoring him all night, helping him with his homework. And she said something. She said, his brain is a muscle, Mr. Hatter. We know he ain't going to retain all this stuff. We just want to keep giving it to him so his brain will grow. Because they're forming at this age. We going to get by the 7th and 8th grade now, he going to be on autopilot. I said, okay. So I ain't got to put up with this for 2 more years. Okay. you follow me? But it kind of got to me. But we just, but Father's Day, this is what we got. That great husband and wife team, Casey and Jillian Williams, who over the No Excuses program. That's gonna be the first weekend of the program. It starts on Thursday. I ain't got all the particulars. I'm giving you a teaser. It starts on Thursday. But on Sunday, Father's Day, they're gonna honor all the fathers. They're gonna have food for all the fathers who bring their kids. All the fathers who bring the kids food for that father and the kids is on them. Let me repeat that. Because you know how y'all be out the line. When Father's Day, Samuel, they were standing out the line. You know, when y'all went to try to get dinner on Mother's Day, Father's Day, man, you can call a reservation. You can walk in there. But we gonna do something special for the fathers. At the No Excuses Pro, no price to get in. You just come in there and enjoy Father's Day. Watch some great basketball. Have your kids with you. Your kids, if you bring mamas, it ain't your day. Your day is every day. Because it's Women Rock Wednesday, right? It's Women Rock Wednesday. It's your day every day. It's your day every day. But mamas, we just want to do something special for the guys. Is that all right? They your husbands and they your brothers. They your cousins. You love them too. Let's come out and enjoy Father's Day. And I'm gonna get the particulars. I ain't got them all yet. They was just telling me about it. I was so excited about it. I said, somebody trying to do something about fathers. He said, that's when they start 5th grade. They are opening their mind. Thank you, Master the Father Miller. I be trying to tell them, Andre, they fight me on this. Because the people that fight me ain't never developed no player. But that's what's going on Father's Day. And back to this game last night. Ant-Man turned into Can't Man last night. Yeah, Ant-Man turning the Can't Man. I'm sitting there. He had an opportunity last night, Sandra. This is the same Ant-Man. You met him, Sandra. He came down here. Your husband brought him down here. He came up here and hung out and came on our radio show. And Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is going to be the MVP. And you go out there and stank it up like that. Yeah, you got hurt. I don't want to hear that because y'all didn't say nothing about it. When Steph got hurt. Y'all didn't give me no mercy. But I don't go crazy over one day of basketball. I just don't. I'm smart enough to know that I don't, because each game gonna have its different. Remember, I told you, each game gonna have its different characteristics. And OKC beat the brakes off them. But y'all, you know what? Rudy was terrible. Julius Randle was playing dumb. He was in shots. He was playing dumb. Y'all, they had no fast break points. When the last time you seen a game, high school, any game, they had no fast break points. Then Ant-Man, so not thinking, played good defense on Shea. He fell down. Then you gonna push him. Didn't get a foul. Got away with the first foul, and then they pushed him again and called a foul. And Coach Finch, they pay you millions of dollars. And some of you coaches on that sideline, millions of dollars. Can't you throw something different? Don't y'all remember Denver had a great time against them with a zone, and y'all never went to the zone to get them dudes off the elbows? I mean, y'all, I'm just trying to say, y'all, this Robin Hatter. This is Robin Hatter talking right now. I'm just talking, because I don't know who I want to win, because I'm mad at Ant-Man, because I don't like the way he talk to people, but I don't like OKC. If you know what I mean about I don't like it, OKC, just look in the crowd. You'll see why I don't like OKC. But some so you got to put some zone in there to change the flow. If I was a coach, I would have had to try a different way. See, y'all got to understand the players play, but the coaches get paid too, a lot of money now. If something ain't going right, you just don't lose your control, Jaden McDaniels. Frustrating with the refs. Y'all already know they're gonna call it for for Shea. Y'all just want to mature the other day. I think y'all good enough because in the first quarter, y'all should have been up 15 points and wasn't. But y'all turned the ball over 7 times. And ladies and gentlemen, and let me get this out there. I hope y'all hear this. Man, I used to know when I had it. If I'm in warm-ups and it ain't nothing but I ain't hit nothing but panties every time, pow, 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 I know I'm gonna have a good game. Yo, I'm funny. If I miss my first 2 shots, I'm going to the hole, man. You got to know when your jumper ain't wet. What's the boy name? Nas Reed and D. Vincenzo. So guys just was throwing the ball up there just because they was open. You're open for a reason, man. Champions don't do that, ladies and gentlemen. They don't do that. You got to adjust. Fob, I know you're taking down notes. You coaching. See, when you go to the hole, you put the onus on the ref to blow the whistle. That's what Shea doing. Y'all, styles make fights. And that particular style, OKC style won last night. First quarter, y'all got to remember, Minnesota was clearly the better team. But still, OKC scored. Hold up. Let me see how many. They scored 20 points. And 13 of them were off of turnovers. Did y'all hear what I just said? Did y'all hear what I just said? OKC, they scored over 20 points. Listen to this. In the first quarter. But 13 of them points was off of turnovers. 7 Minnesota turnovers. The remaining 7 points were all from the free throw line. 4 for Shea and 2 from J-Dub. Every single point was off turnovers, y'all, and free throws. That's their style. We can't turn the ball. Man, Julius Randle, just knowing that everybody in the gym know the double team was going and he had his back turned and Caruso just went and snatched the ball from him. That's dumb. I can understand when you're playing good defense on me. But now when I'm playing dumb, man, I got to know the double team coming at me. I'm Julius Randle. What does in the styles I was telling you about, what does Minnesota want to do? They want to get up threes and attack you at the rim. They got up the threes, but they didn't make a lot of them. They didn't make. They didn't even make for points in the paint. They didn't make up for points in the paints, man. Listen to this, y'all. Minnesota, with all the big old tall dudes, they recorded the lowest total for their season is 20 points in the paints, and they got Rudy Gobert, who make $300 million a year. That was the difference in the game, ladies and gentlemen. Can't turn the ball over. And you can't just keep putting them at the free throw line. 7 turnovers in the first quarter? You ain't even tied yet. You could have had a 15-point lead if you don't turn the ball over. You got to clean that up, Minnesota. There are turnovers. And listen, there's a turnovers as a coach that you can chalk up the defense of the other team. There are turnovers that we got to be able to fix. We can do better. Half of those turnovers could have been avoided, man. Ant-Man did not take over the game. All that dribbling between the leg ain't going nowhere. And they loading up on you. No, dude. Get up off that ball and go get a pin down and come get your big ass going downhill. Like you did when you tried to dunk on the boy. You just didn't have that bouncing and step in the second half, but you got to take care of the basketball. Number one priority. He dribbling too much. He patting too much. He beating the ass the ball. They played a stupid game, man. They played a stupid game in the Lakers series. They played a stupid game in the what's that? The Lakers. Who did they play? The Clip, not the Lakers. Who did they play? They play. In other words, they played a couple of stupid games in every series they played. That's how they lost. They dribbling too much, man. Ant-Man take 13 shots. What he trying to do? Beat Jimmy Butler? Y'all got to help me. Then it was quite a scene, man. And I don't know if y'all know this stuff. Somebody asked a question. I got a question. Well, tell my fellas out here. What the hell is Area 29? Because somebody said it's not. Somebody said, anybody know what Area 29 is? Because have I ever talked about, I think I talked about it one time. What is Area 29? Could somebody help me? It's in Houston. They said they got an adult ballet. No, Kendi. They say it's the adult ballet. It's not a strip club. Like my man says, that's like saying you're a drug dealer, but you really, instead of saying a drug dealer, you're a street pharmacist. Because they told me, Brandon Weaver, it's actually, he said, ain't it? I'm asking y'all, man, hold up. Let me look it up. Because where is it? Hold up. Area 29. Oh, it's a club lounge. Okay. Hold up, y'all. I saw Chad Ochocinco talking about it the other day. Area 29. Let me see what they call it in here. It's on Bissonnette. Do y'all know what happens on Bissonnette? Sandra, quit laughing at me. Sandra, you know about it? Sandra, I'm serious. I had no. Hold up, y'all. Let me go to the website. Let me see what they said, y'all. They say they're a strip club. Chad Ochocinco lied talking about adult ballet. They say it's the #1 strip club in the world. Thank y'all for telling me, man. Today is what? Ladies free on Wednesday. They coming up with all kind of ways to describe crip. It's kind of it's nice, Lionel Rogers. Take me there one day, man. Cause I ain't going there by myself. I got to have about 12 of us come. Hey, y'all, can we go? Y'all just take me in for a few minutes. I just want to see what the man told me it's called adult ballet. Huh? She said, I did not, but I'm here to learn because I wish my husband would say he want to go. Jim ain't going no stuff like that. He ain't doing that. I've been knowing him too long. He ain't doing no stuff like that. Bissonnette, they got prospects right outside. Oh, they definitely dancing in there. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all can tell me who the I ain't never been. So, Lionel Rogers, what's the nice day that an old man like me can go? I just want to see what they talking about, man. You know, adults only ballet. That's what they told me. Lionel Rogers, Ken Dean, Big Coach, y'all, if all of us go in there at the same time, I won't be, y'all, I ain't going in there by myself. Alpha, we need you because you're going to go in there and expose it. You might bring your camera in there so you can put it on YouTube. They might put us out of there. You can't bring your camera, Alpha. Hold up, y'all. Melvin Dudes, he know, how in the hell, Melvin Dudes, you live way up in Beaumont somewhere. And you talking about strip club. But it's on Bissonnette and what, y'all? Take me from downtown. I get off on 59. Which way I go, left or right? The same people that rent. Oh, it's my boy Eden Eric now. Oh, okay. I'm gonna be good then. Your bag will be gone after you leave. What? They take your money? Hold up, your bag will be whoa. Hey, I'm just coming to look now. I ain't coming to buy. I'm coming to run the shop. I ain't coming to buy nothing. I'm gonna pay my way to get in. Do you have to give money? Y'all talk to me. Oh, I told you, I ain't been in a strip club in so long. I don't even. Last time I went in a strip club, Harlem Nights, over there on the north side. Last time I've been to a strip club. Cause I knew the owner. Chris, that's my dude. That man talking about the wings good. Man, that man talking about the wings good. He said, I just heard they get, okay. Jimmy, watch what you, I ain't gonna ask you nothing. But Jimmy, be careful how you address this. I was just talking about, have you ever heard of this place called Area 29? See
Area 29?
I'm glad you, that's it. You ain't heard of it. Jimmy, it's okay. Me and you we don't partake in places like that. Chad Ochocinco gonna be on there talking about he was in the background. He was on Shannon the other night. In the background, Shannon said, "Where you at?" He said, "I'm at an adult ballet place." Then he said, "What's the name of it?" He said, "Area 29." So Jimmy, you know I wrote it down, right? So I said, I'm gonna ask my guys on the Facebook. I said, I want to know what it is. But then, Jimmy, I ain't call nobody else, so I asked them. They said it's a strip club. Hold up now. They put 3 girls on camera. Man, they got the prettiest girls. One from Colombia, one from the Dominican, and one from Memphis. And all 3 of them. They put them on there, Jimmy. And I'm saying, damn. So Jimmy, you can't go. You can't go. No, you can't go. I'm gonna go and be I'm just gonna go from the Chop Shop. I just want to see.
It's only one of them places that I ain't had no shame in my game about going to, and that was the one that we used to go to at times and changed though. But a lot of the staff we would be at Hoop Jamboree, Elite 100 back in the days.
Sandra, listening now, but keep going.
We would
Sandra's
go
on the feed now. Sandra's on the feed, but keep going.
Ain't no shame in my game on that. She know. Okay. I told her about
that. You know.
we would the staff. A lot of us on the staff would go to the one in St. Louis across the bridge in East St. Louis because they had the wings. They had some of the best. I mean, seriously, I'm dead serious. The wings. I'm telling you, those wings at that time and it was cool like that. And the thing that was set up about that, there was four right across the street from each other is one on each cattle corner, and there's a church right behind the fourth one. I
Jim,
can't make this
Jim,
up.
Jim.
Anybody that's been in East St. Louis know what it was called? Bottoms up.
Bottoms up. Jimmy, all I know, Jimmy, the
Best wings
last
in the
time
world.
I've been to a strip club was at Harlem Nights when it was on 59, when Chris used to own a long time ago. Last time.
I
Now,
think I think Harlem Nights. I went to Harlem Nights probably I think maybe one time in my entire life. It was a college coach was in town. Like I
mhm.
told you, so that was I went to Harlem Nights probably once. Yeah, one time in my life that I actually
Mhm.
went inside of it. I knew where it was, but I never went one time in my whole life. And
Okay.
babysit a college coach, take
Okay.
him up in there. I mean, it was like
All right. Well,
I mean,
that's all they talking about. So it wasn't no thing when Lou went and got them wings because he got tired of eating that food
but
and the
That was
bubble.
Magic City. That was Magic
Yeah, but
City. He
I'm
was
just saying. But when he went and got them wings, so the wings that good, you'll leave the bubble and go get some wings.
for some people. I can see he was 27 years old at the
Jensen
time.
Drive. That's the name of the street. Jensen. That's the name of the street. Jensen.
Yeah,
Jensen Drive. Right there. That's the name of the street. Yeah.
yeah, I know.
Jensen
I
Park.
mean that. Yeah,
I love that place.
so that was the thing about that. It's but those people that know it, a lot of the coaches, even the college coaches know those ones that ain't really my steez right there.
But I got a question. Do the new college coaches know about Area 29?
I would imagine they probably so because the new college coaches talk to younger guys that's
Okay.
their age. Those younger guys probably gonna tell them what's hip. That might be the hip spot right now. Remember
Okay.
for a while in Houston it was the Onyx spot until a lot of it became a haven for being on the news and one of those things. A
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
those college coaches come down, they trying to be safe. They need to be protected. It's
Right.
almost like checking in. So
Right.
they don't want you to go nowhere where it's like where they a place that could possibly be raided or a place that could possibly be some shoot 'em ups on the parking lot or whatever. They want to be in a place that's safe. So that's the
Yes.
thing with them.
But Jimmy, I ain't gonna Jimmy. Wait,
So
that's enough. That's enough. Let's talk about something else. They somebody had texted me and they was telling my Chad Ochocinco, but I had never been to the place. I don't even know where it is. But I'm going. But I got a couple of guys on there say they're gonna take me by there. So I'm gonna go about. I'm gonna
don't
have
take
about 10 guys with me though. Huh? I
hey, you
got
gonna
to
get
see
you some
Jimmy's
change.
just adult ballet.
Get you some change.
Wait a minute,
Get you
you
some
got to
change.
have some change.
I don't know. I mean, that's a normal status quo for people that go there.
Coach,
You gonna get you something
hold
change.
up. I went in Harlem Night with Kevin Garnett. He the richest dude in the gym, in the place. He did not spend a quarter. He sat up there and didn't buy no one. He didn't buy nothing. I said, and I looked around. I said, all these other dudes throwing all this money, and he ain't threw a dollar. I said, oh, okay. I like that. So I'm gonna do the Kevin Garnett when I go in there. Give me a ginger ale. I pay for. I'm about to buy a drink now. Get me a ginger ale and I'll be good. But what else happening out there, man?
Man, what's the deal? I mean, we promised
You
we're gonna get on this Burn Rock Wednesday, and it's good. It's a perfect time for you guys to share the show. If you haven't done so, I'm sure you just talked about the NBA playoffs. They resume
yeah,
tonight, of course, Eastern
yeah.
Conference, and that would be the Knicks hosting the Pacers. Hopefully it'll be a great game, not another blowout as it was last night. Meanwhile, uh, I think everybody then had a chance to fine tune their thoughts
Uh-huh.
on the Caitlin Clark Angel Reese saga uh, situation, and and I'm just curious to see what some of you guys have to say about it, and of course, which is transcending into another storyline, and that's former uh, NFL teammates and former studio mates in the media sector, and that's Ryan Clark and RG3, and their internet clash, which I saw on the Twitter a couple of days ago. Of course, you guys know Baylor. RG3 started Baylor, and Eric Clark. I mean, and Ryan Clark starred at LSU. And these guys are definitely from two different. It appears they're from two different types of backgrounds, and and people, certain people don't like what other people like. So uh, now, I guess if you guys are up under a rock and you missed it, then Ryan Clark put a video out making a statement, but in the background, his wife was on the video as well. So eventually, Ryan Clark responded and made a comment about RG3's wife, in a not a negative comment, but then RG3 responded and replied and said, basically claiming that families and wives are supposed to be off limits, for which RG Ryan Clark claims, well, hell, you the one put in the video. In a sense, I'm paraphrasing. You put in the video. If she's off limits while you're making the take, then why is she's doing background vocals? So that's kind of like the first hurdle or the first point of emphasis that that come to mind with me. But I'm just curious. After you had 72 to 96 hours to soak on this thing, in which is really wasn't a big thing, but this conversation between these two men then went in a whole different direction. And that's how stuff all is sometimes. Sometimes you got you realize you end up squabbling and don't even realize why you're squabbling. At the end of the day, you're squabbling for a whole different reason. And
Well,
truth be told,
mhm.
it feels like through the computer screen that this stuff with Ryan Clark and RG3 is based on a pre-existing, possibly irreparable two guys. So here we go.
You back, Jimmy? I see you.
Add a little glitch. You
Yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm trying
got
to
you
see.
your thoughts on it? Yeah.
What, first of all, I want to address what Malcolm just said. And Malcolm, I know uh, you probably just don't know what you're saying, but Sandra asked you how so. Malcolm came and said Ryan Clark is racist. Let me read to you uh, the definition for rapists. I mean, excuse me, racist. Characterized by showing prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism against a person or a people on the basis of their membership in a particular racial or ethnic group, typically one that is minority and marginalized. That's what a racist is, Malcolm, just in case you didn't know. Okay? Ryan Clark is not marginalizing this guy. And matter of fact, I mean, we always and I know Malcolm. You sometimes you learn a lot of stuff on this show because in the beginning you was just commenting on anything. Uh, but Jimmy, this all started when Angel Reese um, got a rebound, pushed off of a player, got a rebound. And Caitlin Clark just said, "I wasn't gonna give her a wide open layup," and fouled her. Part of the game. Angel Reese went back at her. Part of the game. And it should have stayed there. I don't know why your thing keep blacking out, but it keeps popping back on, Jimmy. I don't know why, but but Jimmy, so my thing, because I was talking to women, because I got 5 sisters, and what I got from them, he said, so RG thought he is going to come on and get on camera and talk real slick about Angel Reese with his white wife posted up in the background, looking like the Get Out sequel. These the women was telling me. And they said, sir, RG3, read the room. And then they said, here come Mr. Alpha, what they call Kappa Phi Alpha, Ryan Clark. Slided through, they said suited and booted, to let RG3 know, sir, I am not about to let that slide. This is a 22-year-old woman that has been nothing but herself since the day she popped on this scene, and she is not going to dummy down herself because you and your followers are uncomfortable. The problem is that RG3 always want to straddle the fence. These the women telling me on being down or being digestible to his wife and her people. And they also tell me what you can do, what you can't do. You know how the women now say, what you ain't gonna do, what you can't do is police a black woman's confidence because you expect them to clap for you because you did the Dougie back in Baylor 12 years ago. But they said Ryan Clark came into the conversation and basically said, man, cut that out, man. Angel Reese isn't the problem. People like you are. Y'all just don't know what to do with a young black woman who is unapologetic and stylish and emotional and successful. Y'all even got something to say about her when she showed up at the Met Gala and had to be back in practice the next day. Y'all said something about that. Said y'all want poise, but y'all don't want power. Y'all want and swagger, but without sound bites. Ryan Clark said what needed to be said. Protect our girls at all costs, Malcolm, especially when they bring in ratings, culture, and they win. Angel Reese is winning, and RG3, if you can't uplift her without centering your proximity to whiteness, maybe you just need to log off, man. Because what you're not gonna do is control the narrative. Angel already controls hers. So, Jimmy, when I talk to them women, and that's what they said, Robert, this is how we feel about it. Because y'all gotta understand. It's a lot of stuff these people been saying about this girl. It's just been pissing me off. Anything she do.
Which girl?
Angel Reese. Angel Reese. Coach, they love her. Listen to me. I can respect both of them, but I'm not going to sit up here and talk negative about Angel Reese. I'm just not. And I got the video. I got Ryan Clark. He eloquently just said, player. You ain't had to speak on. Jimmy, he came out and said this girl hate this woman. How he gonna know who hates somebody? And he knows she got all of them tropes and all of them MAGA people are following her. And he said Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. I can just see it and I just know it. So you're a skin diver now. You can dive inside of this girl's skin. And see, I'm gonna just tell you, his analysis of Angel Reese on the Caitlin Clark situation, Jimmy, especially the basketball part. He decided that Angel Reese hated Caitlin Clark. That was his analysis. He said Angel Reese hate Caitlin Clark. I'm saying it twice. He said, I got 5 or 6 examples. You can see it after that foul. You can see the way she responded. It's personal. She hates her. That was RG3's analysis. That's an analysis? You hate her? That's all you can come up with? And Ryan Clark just responded and said, RG3, you're full of it. He was wrong, and the reason that it doesn't understand that what happens, Ryan said, the reason his analysis is because he goes home to a white woman every night. He was married to one, he got another one now, and he doesn't go home to a black woman. That's why he probably don't understand what Angel Reese is going through. But he doesn't understand how black women think. but he got two sisters. That was just Ryan Clark's analysis. So I mean, Jimmy, I mean it's a unique thing. I just hated these guys had to go on social media. You know how I am about social media. I'm not finna argue with you on social media. I would pick up the phone and call you and say, man, what the hell you do that for, player? I'm not finna argue with now one of y'all on social media. But what I just think the dude was out of place. You don't go there. You already got the Joe Rogans and all of them people of the world. Anything you do, the Dave Portnoys of the world, all them people talking negative about the girl, making monkey sounds at her games. And you said he hate her? She hates this girl? How you know who hates somebody? I didn't like that by RG3. And I hate these two guys got to go back and forth over. I didn't really want to talk about it, Jimmy. I took all of this time. It ain't that I could have talked about it day one. But it's just certain things you just shouldn't say, man. You just certain things you shouldn't say. Shouldn't say. You can't go and tell me how he hate them. She hate that. It's stoking that flame. That's all. That's how I feel about it. So whatever y'all said, he talking about Clark rips her a new man. Get the hell out of here. Talking about ain't nobody saying nothing about Clark ain't no walking bucket. Nobody said that. We're talking about James Glover. What RG3 said. Yeah. Ain't nobody talking about what no Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark fouled the hell out of this girl and got a flagrant foul. But don't go around talking about somebody that hates somebody. That's all. That's why I don't like to talk about them because somebody gonna go there with me. I already know it.
So one thing, guys, understand. So, I mean,
the girl, hold on,
yeah,
Jimmy. By the way, the girls ain't said nothing else about it no more.
I mean, I'm just trying to think how I can put this. Okay, I go toward the end of the book on this. The next time these two teams play, do you think more people is likely to watch or less?
I don't want to watch for that mess. Jimmy, I went and looked at the comments from them old Caitlin Clark fans. I do not like them, the fans of her. Them radical fans. I just don't.
Well, most understand. Caitlin Clark came through and emerged in the WNBA in the heels of this presidential campaign, playing in the state of all states, Iowa, which I think is a swing state, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of white America. She is one of a great white hope. She right now she's living up to the billing.
And
Reese is setting records as well. She's setting records.
But Jimmy, I thought we was talking about with the guys. I got a problem. I ain't worried about what the girls doing. The girls all right. I don't care what.
My first question was.
Yeah.
The first question was when they play again, is more people likely to watch or less people likely to watch?
I don't know. I'm not gonna watch it.
Without question, the TV network who has the deal, is going to probably increase their advertising rates. It's going to be more people watching. Hell, already the Atlanta team, right? They just beat Caitlin Clark last night, right? Close game, 1-2 point, one single possession final. When they play again, they've already announced that they're going to move that game into where the Hawks play it.
Jimmy did that last year, Jimmy.
Yes, and I
We
mean, hell,
know the Caitlin Clark effect. What
so
has that got to do with these two brothers on Twitter talking about each other? That's what
well,
I'm talking about. I ain't worried
well,
about them. They go.
because
That's basketball.
at the end of the day, people who had not been paying attention to WNBA have it. These two guys, one or the other, as a result, is added fuel to the brush fire.
Well, it make me not want to watch the next game.
It's going
I,
to watch the
yeah,
numbers next
yeah.
time they play.
I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about how it made me. Them talking about it like that made me not even want to watch the next game. And I love the WNBA. I don't even want to watch it. It's an element out there that I just really don't like. And, out there right now, and it's all in trying to make Caitlin Clark the victim in this situation, and she the one foul that young lady. So I mean, I mean that's why I really it's hard for me to talk about it because I know what's going on. And I don't know about the business part of it, and everybody want to do all of that. No, I'm talking about these two brothers getting on social media and talking about this situation in this manner. That's the problem I had. Because those basketball players gonna play basketball. They're gonna fight. Every basketball woman, girl, man, everybody I talk to. He said, man, that should have stayed on the floor. Then you want to ask them questions. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Jimmy, that's the case. They're gonna play that up against. They're gonna play that. If Angel Reese, bless her little heart, did never whoop on Caitlin a long time ago and do this here, this wouldn't even be no problem. So of course they're gonna try to benefit from it, but that I just don't like the fact that these two brothers sit up there arguing, and this dude sit up there and went at Angel Reese and tell me she hate this girl. That's my biggest problem with this whole thing. I don't care how much money they make and how many people view the show. I'm just wondering why this dude just going talking about this girl hate this girl. How you know who hates somebody? How do I know who Seneca hates? How do I know who Sonya hates? How do I know who Ricky Scott hates? Ricky Scott can cut somebody out. That ain't saying he hate him. You follow me? That hate is a strong word, and that man used that. And I'm telling you, I'm really I just RG3 man. I am glad Ryan Clark called you to the carpet. I'm really am. I really yeah. It can be magic and bird and all that kind of stuff, but you got a 22-year-old girl that's getting all kind of threats. Jim, you can go out and come back on if you want to, because you done blacked out. It's a 22-year-old girl that's getting all kind of threats, man. And you gonna come on here on your social media platform and say she hates this other girl. You know, and I ain't calling him out his name. I ain't gonna call him out his name. I don't know what his methods is and his motives is for doing this, man. But we just got to be better, man. Yo, I was looking at this thing for Red Man the other day. It done got so bad for women out here, man. This Women Rock Wednesday. Let me play. This stuff ain't nothing to play with, man. Where did I put it? I have so much stuff. Red, you know, the Red Man. What's the little dude, the rapper? And he was just talking about. I got another thing I want to talk about too. But he was talking about what he was how women are being taken all over the world. When you're traveling, women be careful. Here it is right here. Watch this. This is powerful. And y'all got hold on, let me see. Wait a minute.
Young queens and parents with kids. Public service announcement. I want to talk to my queens.
Come on, Robert.
My young queens and parents with kids. It is a high alert right now, a high alert. Women and kids have been missing for years. No one talks about it, but it is a high alert right now. And I got a daughter, and I got a lot of nieces and a lot of female cousins. And I'm drilling them right now. And I'm telling them to not accept anything from anybody. No paper, no business cards, no money, not even a compliment. Most likely is chemicals on that business card to get you drowsy for you to be taken away. Ubers, if you're catching an Uber, women, inspect the Uber before you get in it. Take a picture of the license plate. Take a picture of the driver. Always sit behind the driver. If the driver says, I want to stop at the gas station, get the hell out the Uber. Because most likely he'll pull up to a van for you to be taken away. If you at the club, hanging out with your girls, keep your drink in your hand 24/7 in front of you. I don't care if you're sitting at the table, sitting at the bar. Don't sit it down at all. These people are getting crafty on how they put things into the drinks. Or don't even be at the club right now because it is a high alert.
Y'all, I posted that. I'll post it again
And
so
what
y'all can have it.
that
Because I talked to some people at the FBI when I heard this, and they said, Robert, this is real. He says real. We'll post it on YouTube. That's why we got to protect our women. RG3, wasn't nothing protective about that. That was being messy. I ain't gonna get into everything that y'all can go look it up. It's messy, man. Oh, and Ryan, yes, Ryan, you could have called him. You got his number. Said you was his teammate. Hey, player, man, don't do that, man. I don't know what you're trying to do. I don't know how many kind of clicks you're trying to get. Don't do that, man. That's how. I mean, that's how we should do it. And Ryan, I'm sorry. Ryan, that's how we should do it. But I don't understand you. People always want to take your butt on social media and get to talking crazy about folks. I just don't understand it, man. See, I'm gonna always have a different view on this thing, man. I don't think like everybody else, man. And I'm not gonna let anybody dummy me down. You're right. It's not just for women. Women can be part. Absolutely, Sandra. Thank you, Sandra. Women part of it too. And I'm just glad we got a platform like this that some people probably ain't even heard that. But that's, man, this little young girl, man, 22 years old, that you talking about, brother. If I had your number, I'd call you. I ain't finna go. I could have cat on that, man. I let them, man. Y'all ain't gonna never catch me on that doing that. Y'all know what? I almost did it one time. Then I caught myself and said, boy, if you don't take your hand off because of what somebody said about me. But I said, this dude don't know who I am. Because if he really knew who I am and what I've done for him in this community, he wouldn't have dared did that. But I had to let my cooler head prevail. We have got to get some intelligent people in this summer basketball community and in these programs. It's a lot of, it's just, and it ain't, listen, It's yo, some people just don't know. Some people just see. I use this analogy, and it's so simple. But if I don't know nothing, and I taught my son what I know, then he ain't gonna know nothing. We got this vehicle that some of y'all won't even share, that I know some people haven't gotten this information. I gave y'all some information earlier on this show. I think got about 12 texts about it. So I'm like, man, that's unbelievable. You got to get the right group of men and women. That's the reason this summer basketball. And when the coaches, and I'm talking to the coaches and they just don't trust the people in this basketball community, it made me feel bad, because y'all got to realize, no matter what y'all think, I've spent more years in Houston, Sandra, than I spent in Memphis. I got out of Memphis right out of college. I've been other places, but I just spent more time in Houston. This is where I pay taxes at. This is where I've been living. So my son is a Houstonian. So of course, when people gonna tell me, man, talking to a college coach, he said, man, I just don't like the. I don't even try to come to Houston and get no players. I don't want to have to deal with them. Then he went there, Sandra. He told me, this my dude. As he said, when I go to Dallas, they're gonna tell me who I need to get the decision done. When I come to Houston, he want to go to dinner. He want to go get a drink. He want to go. I got to go through so many. Man, the college coaches just want to know who is the decision maker. He said, when I go up there and deal, he said, it ain't perfect, but he just said, in my experience. And let me tell you something, that kind of got to me. Because I never forget, he flew to town on the way to College Station one day. And he said, man, come meet me for dinner. I said, okay. So I come to dinner, and it's just me and him. And and I'm saying, well, why ain't nobody else in the basketball community in this meeting? He said, if I ever wanted to know about a basketball player, if I really wanted to at this bad, he said, I trust you. I trust your eyes. And I said, he said, man, it's crazy. I don't like hearing that. You can't, I call Harold Tillman and asked him about a player that's on Sandra's team. And Harold Tillman gonna tell me that the player on Sandra's team, he ain't this, that ain't that, he ain't this, and he ain't. But I got a player on my team that, man, I want to know about the kid on Sandra's team. Y'all, we have to get more intelligent. These people are running rings around us, so they won't be calling us country gangster goofy guys, backwoods Negroes. We got to make sure we're following the intellectual leadership and building relationship. Everybody around here mad at everybody. Because your whole identity is locked up in this. It's locked up in summer basketball. Man, go do something else outside of this and come back and be a champion over here. You want these kids to be admired. It's fun. Being a great fun at basketball. Basketball can take you all over the world. But you got to go and compete. Daddy can't do it for you. Mama can't do it for you. These dads try to strong them. He said, and she said, and the kids see it and part of the, yes. Sandra, I know you have. Sandra, and people was talking about how well run and how we did franchise all stars because we had three people, three intelligent men that had three different skill sets that wanted more, who've done stuff outside of basketball, just came together to make everything happen for a great group of kids who was in those programs those 3 years. I wish I could have kept on doing it. But when my son left, just like y'all do, some of y'all watched Chop Shop from the ninth, your kid in the ninth grade, in the 12th grade, and when they graduate, they don't watch Chop Shop no more. They don't support the Chop Shop no more. They don't tell nobody about Chop Shop. And they done watched it and hold up. What? I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes. The note-takingest person in the world don't come and support the Chop Shop no more. I guess she done got enough notes. Y'all follow me? So forget the next generation that built it for you can come up here to get notes for your son. Every 4 years is a new cycle of parents. Kids just want to play. And Sandra, I'm the one that's trying to figure out how can we get them to play it better. But I know if we start in the 5th and 6th grade, we got them. I ain't saying they're going to be no pro. But they're going to enjoy the game better when they can trick somebody and go behind their back and an offhand layup and a reverse layup. When they can do that, their confidence go up. I saw what it did for my son. The better he got his confidence. Oh, what? Sandy, we got people in this city right now. This kid pretty good, he young. And the mama, instead of listening to the person in their family that's a Division I college grad, in the sports business and all the kind, and they did all this stuff, they listening to the other parents. The blind leading the blind. He the number one ranked 7th grader. He the number one ranked. That stuff don't matter, parents. You better hope his ass ranked number 1 in the 12th grade. And usually, most likely than not, the number 1 in the 7th grade is never the number 1 in the 12th grade. So guess what? You don't even want your son to be the number 1 in 6th grader. The hell, ain't nobody done seen all the damn 6th graders. Who got that kind of time? Get your kids in the gym and playing against older guys. These JUCO guys are coming. Tell your kid, get them while they're young. It's just, man, it's just an opportunity and just to impact kids' lives. That's my main goal. I just want you to have a great experience. I had the greatest experience in basketball watching my son come. And everything didn't go perfect. No. The plan went the way I wanted to go, but everything didn't get played. You're going to lose some battles. I just wanted to win the war. Sandra said she want her babies number 1 in the classroom. Wow. Guess what? Number 1 in the classroom get you indoors you can't go. Babe, let me tell y'all something. My son was at high SAT, what's that, 4.5 grade point, have all that. But if he wasn't a top athlete, he couldn't have got in Cornell. That year he got in, Sandra, it was 20,000 applicants. Then but 3,000 get in. Let me drink something and I'm gonna let y'all. Him being a great basketball player put him in front of the line of all of those valedictorians of all of those schools that what there's 17,000 that probably had way better grades than him. Used basketball as a tool. Be smart in the classroom, be number one in the classroom. Guess what? You have other options. We didn't have to sit around and wait on what U of H gonna do, what Memphis gonna do, what is Boston gonna do, Boston College gonna do, what is Northeastern gonna do, what is what was the college? North Carolina Greensboro gonna do, what Memphis gonna do, what no, he didn't know what Florida Atlantic gonna do. We had a plan. We had a plan. We was talking behind your back, son. See, some of y'all think when people talk behind y'all back, it's bad. Sometimes people talking behind your back is good. I told y'all the analogy of Oprah Winfrey. She was on doing the news in Chicago, and Steven Spielberg and Quincy Jones was talking behind her back because they needed somebody to play that girl her part. I keep forgetting that girl's name. I don't know why. Sophia. Everybody ain't always talking behind your back for bad. You got somebody talking behind your back for good. A college coach called me and asked me about your son. I have no motive. I'm gonna tell him what I think. And guess what? I took one on the chin this year because I recommended a young man to go to a certain place. And he did it on my recommendation. But he asked me a question. I said, could he play for you? He asked me, Robert, could he play for me? I said, yes. He signed the kid. Kid didn't get to play that much because he had defensive deficiencies, not being in the right place defensively. And he don't. So guess what? What they do now? I'm going to transfer. So guess what? That made me look bad, Sandra. Because I went out on the limb because the kid is from this area. And if all he had to do was stay around this year, he probably would have been a star. Now he got to go to a new situation. It's crazy, man. The people that's advising these kids, some of y'all just need to just quit. Just go do something else. I give you a recommendation. Just go do something else, because y'all not advising these kids good. But I got to get out of here. I don't know what happened to Jimmy, man. Something was going on with his feed. But I'm gonna check it when I get off. But y'all, I enjoyed y'all today. Women Rock Wins is my favorite thing, and I wanted to give y'all some. I'm gonna give y'all tomorrow. I had some stuff about women tomorrow, but because women rock every day on this. But thank you, Sandra. I'm glad you up and able to talk to us and type. You know, because I had a sister in that situation, and family members, and I know the power of prayer. And we was thinking about you, but I ain't gonna lie, you sharp as hell coming up out of that. You put your outfit on me, but glad to see you up and moving around. You know, because I know it was weighing on Jimmy, and but I tried to be here so I can, Hey man, just go do what you gotta do. Take care of your wife. But we'll be back again tomorrow. But I'm gonna check all of these connections around here today to make sure that we get up and running tomorrow. But I'll see y'all later. I'm out of here. See y'all tomorrow. It's gonna be crazy tomorrow. It's gonna what we call it, Baby Friday. It's gonna be crazy tomorrow. And bring somebody. Everybody bring somebody tomorrow. Okay? See y'all tomorrow. All right, bye.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro, let's get it. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, we live.